I want to ask each and every one of you one question, one simple question that I think really doesn't have a straight answer. And that question is, why would you go out and buy an Xbox One over a PlayStation 4? Realistically, I want you guys to really think long and hard about that question, okay? And I want you to leave your answer down in the comments below. Why would you go out and buy an Xbox One over PlayStation 4? Is it because Xbox One has Titanfall? Has Titanfall been that savior for Microsoft and Xbox One? Did it save the Xbox One? To me, no. How can it? How can it save the Xbox One? And this is what we're going to discuss today. I came across three articles online that really got me thinking and really gave me the inspiration to sit down here in front of this microphone and talk to you guys about this. There's three things in particular I want to mention about why Titanfall is not the savior that Xbox One thought it was going to be. Now, I'm not knocking Titanfall. It's a great game. It does what it needs to do, and that gives you a fun experience. A break away from the normal everyday bullshit that happens in Battlefield and Call of Duty. I'm not knocking Titanfall whatsoever. If you guys have been playing it, if you guys have been enjoying it, good for you. That's the fucking reason for gaming, okay? But Titanfall did not save Xbox One. There's no way that it could. Why is Titanfall given away for pretty much next to nothing along with Microsoft's Xbox One? Why? Was it not selling well? Did it not pre-order well enough? I don't understand. You know, you look at Microsoft and the way they incorporated the Titanfall game in with their fucking system. You got the Xbox One bundle with Titanfall. You get Titanfall digitally for $4.99. You know, EA figured, you know what, this is a good idea. Everyone's gonna buy the game anyway. Everyone hopped aboard that hype train. Let's just give them the game for free. I know everyone wants to try it out. So you get the game, you get the system, you get the Kinect, all for $4.99. It's a great deal, right? $60 value. You get a free game. Everyone likes a free game, especially if it's one that's been hyped for over a year now. Okay? Great deal. Great move by EA. Great move by Microsoft to do that Xbox One bundle. But if you really look into what's going on here, okay? Titanfall didn't save it because you got Walmart and you got Target and you got Best Buy. Three of the biggest retailers in the United States, okay, across the United States, discounting this bundle. So not only are you getting a $60 value in Titanfall already with your Xbox One, you're going to go to Best Buy or Walmart and you're going to get another $50 discount. These places are discounting the Xbox One by another $50. So on top of that, you got Titanfall, which makes it a combined discount of $110. To me, that's a little concerning. This is what I don't understand. If I was Microsoft, if I was the higher-ups, if I was those geeks over at Microsoft pushing pencils and crunching numbers on their calculator, if I was one of those fucking geeks over at Microsoft, I would be fucking pissed. I would be pissed, I would be angry, I would be embarrassed to see my Xbox One system falling at the wayside of the consumer. You're giving shit away for a system that's not even 4 months old. Really? That's a little concerning to me. As a consumer, if I was Microsoft, like I said, I would be pissed. But as a consumer, I would be genuinely worried. Why am I going to throw $500 away on a system that Microsoft is just giving free shit away so early in its life cycle? Meanwhile, I look over at the PlayStation 4 and I see all these new exclusives coming out. I see a fucking great system that's thriving in the market, over 8 million sold. You get nothing in the box. You get no game. You get a cheap headset. You get a fucking no microphone, right? You get a controller, boom, you're good to go. You got no game. You got to go out and buy whatever game you want to play for your brand new Sony PlayStation 4. So why is Microsoft giving all this shit away? Meanwhile, PlayStation 4 is standing firm at $399. I just don't understand it. This is where Microsoft is failing, folks. They don't have anything to fucking usher in a new consumer. Titanfall is not that game. Titanfall is an exclusive. Great. What does that accomplish? You're leaving out half of the fucking audience that are on the PS4 that don't own an Xbox One. What are you accomplishing there? You're fucking yourself in the end. This is another question I want to raise. And I'm really stumped by this one. I really am. You look at Vince Zampella. He's a smart guy. I'm assuming he's a smart guy. He's a good businessman, right? Respawn and the people he's running over there, the group that he's running over there. Then you got EA. Why would you sell your fucking game to Microsoft exclusively? How much money realistically are they throwing at you that you have to make this game for one system only, excluding the PC? Your Xbox One and 360 only. Why? How much money are they throwing you? Is the amount of money that they're giving you more than what you would have made on the PS4? I highly doubt it. Fucking dumb maneuver. Absolutely fucking stupid. Not only are they fucking themselves in the ass, you're fucking all the fucking legit gamers who want to play your game. So I don't understand that decision. That's something that just boggles my mind. Titanfall was supposed to be that fucking shot in the arm for Xbox One. It did it, and it did it for a short period of time, and that's it. The reason why I say a short period of time is because Sony are the fucking star poker players at the World Series of Poker. That's how I see Sony right now. They're the guys sitting at the table with the fucking huge stacks of chips, and they got fucking 3 aces right now in their hands. They're waiting for that fucking 4th ace on the river to fucking secure that jackpot in the middle of the table. That's what they're doing right now. They're playing this game perfectly. They're fucking looking at everyone else around the table, and they're fucking saying, you know what? I got this game won. There's nothing you can do about it. That's how I see Sony. You got Infamous coming out, or it's out already. Infamous is out already. And it sold PlayStation systems left and right. According to Yahoo. This was a fucking news article on Yahoo. 106%. 106% sales were up for PS4s in the UK just because of Infamous's release. Can you imagine that? This is where Xbox fails, folks. I'm not choosing sides. I'm not Sony. I'm not Xbox One. Well, I am Sony. I'm a diehard Sony guy. Everything I own is Sony. Sound systems. I own the CD player, obviously, back in the day. TVs, computers, you name it. Everything is Sony. Video games, you name it. Everything is Sony. Okay? But I do own an Xbox One. I do own a PS4. I'm not choosing sides. PS4 is just the more superior system with more going for it. It has more promise. Xbox One has nothing. Xbox One has nothing to entice the consumer to buy that system. Titanfall is not it. You got to go a little bit more beyond Titanfall. And I'm not knocking Titanfall, like I said. Great game. It's doing what it's got to do. It's giving that fun factor to all the people playing it. The one thing that's missing from games like Battlefield and Call of Duty right now. Fun. But what Microsoft really needs to do is they really need to open their eyes and see how Sony is running their fucking operation. You got Infamous coming out, and it's selling 106% in the UK. You got Infamous topping the charts this month for video game sales. Easily blew fucking Titanfall out of the water. 2 exclusives. Infamous destroyed Titanfall in sales. Easily. No challenge there. You got Infamous, Metal Gear Solid 5, which was a multi-platform game. Both of those games are selling ahead of Titanfall. Now, with the rumor of what I'm about to tell you, The Last of Us may be coming to the PS4. Can you imagine the damage Infamous is doing to Xbox One right now, increasing Sony sales by 106% for the PS4? Can you imagine what The Last of Us is going to do to the Xbox One when that drops on the PS4? This is only a rumor, but I'm sure it's going to happen. It would be foolish for Naughty Dog and Sony not to do this. The Last of Us is one of those games that I would easily go out and spend another $60 just to play that game on a new next-gen console. That's how great that game was. There is no game last year that even came close to touching that game for Game of the Year. Final Fantasy VII, I'm being completely honest with you guys right now. Final Fantasy VII is the greatest game ever fucking developed. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The greatest game ever conceived from Squaresoft. Ever. There's not one game that has even come close to the fucking experience I gained and got from Final Fantasy VII. The Last of Us, I'm telling you right now, came very, very close to fucking topping the charts for me as video games go compared to Final Fantasy VII. It almost took it took the cake almost. But for you guys who haven't played The Last of Us on the PS3. You know, you guys who don't own a PS3 or own an Xbox 360. For you guys who own a PS4 now and jump ship to Sony, you're in for a fucking treat. Can you imagine The Last of Us in full 1080p HD on a PS4? Can you imagine the damage that The Last of Us is going to do even further to Microsoft and Xbox One? This is where they're failing. There's no exclusives for the Xbox One, whereas Sony has the fucking exclusives you want to play. Infamous, boom. The Last of Us, boom. The Order 1887, looking great. God of War, I'm assuming, is going to be coming to the PS4. You got those games that people want. Xbox doesn't have anything like that. You got Halo coming out. Who plays Halo anymore? You know, I don't think they're making another Gears of War. You know, that was big for the 360, but they don't have that set exclusive ready to come out. They don't. And that's where they're failing, and that's where they're going to continue to fail until they fucking follow the steps of what Sony is doing right now. The Last of Us is one of those games, if your failing system can rejuvenate and revitalize your entire fucking life cycle. It's one of those games that's going to make a system successful by itself. If you don't have one of those types of games on your system, on your platform, there's no hope for you. Titanfall is not that game. Titanfall was supposed to be the shot of adrenaline. Yes, it was like a fucking Red Bull. Quick, done. It got it over with. Boom. It's over. That's all it was. Titanfall was a Red Bull. Titanfall was a 5-hour energy. That's all it was. Meanwhile, you got The Last of Us and Infamous, which are going to be games that are going to be remembered for years and years to come. Meanwhile, when Titanfall comes out, people are still going to be playing it. People are still going to be playing it until November. But when Sledgehammer drops Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, what's going to happen? Titanfall is going to be back on the shelf, collecting dust, and that's going to be the end of that. And I'm going to stick to my guns on that. Titanfall may last until November. It's not going to last past that. But The Last of Us, the rumor of Last of Us coming to PS4, the biggest news this week. I wanted to share that with you guys in this commentary. Great topic for discussion. Let me know what you guys think down below. Why would you go out and buy an Xbox One over a PlayStation 4 after what I just told you in this commentary? Please leave your thoughts and your comments down below in the comment section. If you missed any one of my older videos this past week, please go reference them down below. I'm going to be in Atlantic City. By the time you listen to this, I'm going to be getting ready to go down to Atlantic City, getting drunk and partying with my best friend, man. I'm going to enjoy myself. I hope you guys enjoy my content this week. I got all the typical shits coming out. I got Throwback Thursday. I got Road to Prestige. I got a couple more commentaries, WWE. It's all going to be there for you guys, all right? But let me know what you think of this commentary down below. I'm out. I'm JD, and I will talk to you guys very soon.